My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content.
So let me ask you a question. If you're listening or watching this podcast, you're interested in real estate. Let me ask you, are you currently invested in long-term rentals? Or are you currently invested in short-term rentals? Are you kind of frustrated with any of these kind of things, dealing with tenants and toilets? And if you're in short-term, dealing with ratings and keeping on top of everything? Well, if you are, pay close attention to our guest today, zooming in from just outside of Sarasota, Florida. We've got Christina Carl and Michael Duggan. These are a dynamic duo. Not only are they business partners, they're life partners, and they've gone the whole gamut. They've gone from long-term rentals, single-family homes, to short-term rentals, and now they're doing something very, very different that they like a lot. So Christina and Michael, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we're excited to be here.
All right. Well, give me a little snapshot, if you will, just kind of the Coles Note version of your real estate journey to date, because I understand you got started about 10 years ago. Is that correct?
More or less. Mike and I married in 2014, but we also were dabbling in real estate before we met each other. We both had done rehabs, et cetera. But about 2018, we got more serious and we did our first joint gut rehab, and it became an STR that's in the Charleston, South Carolina area. And we promptly did another one. And then we started doing some more long-term rentals and a little bit of midterm rentals as well. And we were doing that for a while and it was going well. We were basically just buying a property a month, renovating it, putting it on the market. But we soon realized that where we were in our life stage, this was not going to scale to get us where we wanted to in the time frame we wanted. So we started exploring different options, and it was Mike's idea that he came up with private lending. And initially, I poo-pooed the idea. I thought it sounded a little bit boring because I loved the HGTV, getting
like making stuff pretty. Taking out your stuff, making it pretty.
The beautification process, the before and afters. It's so fun.
Yeah, I could use some work like that there, Christina.
You look for, this is the after. I get it. It's great. But yeah, we just decided that we want something that more was suitable for our stage in life and our life goals. And this seemed really compatible. And it turns out that we really enjoy it a year in, and we're really enjoying it.
And you know what the fun thing is, Dave, too, is that we're kind of deal monsters, and we still get to see those before and afters. We get to see more of them. So we're kind of still involved.
You just don't have to be swinging hammers anymore. That's
exactly, yeah.
Right. Exactly. Instead of one a month, we see multiple a month. So that's about it.
Yeah. Well, if you guys don't mind sharing, what are your goals and the time frame, and why does private lending lend itself better to that than doing the flips and the buy and holds and the rentals?
Yeah, that's a great question. So one is we're in Florida right now. We have aging relatives here, and we like to be near them. But we have roots back. We met in Chicago. We have roots there. I'm originally from Missouri. Mike's from Michigan. And so we'd like to be able to more divide our time between places. And lending provides us that flexibility. We don't have to be in one specific area. Also, it was scalable faster than it was buying the properties. Because when we weren't buying here in Florida, we were buying out of state, which added a layer of complexity to it.
So, Mike, when you guys decided to jump into private lending, did you basically liquidate a bunch of stuff and kind of use your own capital for that? Or how did you get the war chest to get rolling with that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we decided to take some risk. We did put all of our money into self-directed IRAs. So Christina and I both came from a corporate world. Another reason private lending worked for us, it kind of fits our stuff we were already kind of good at anyways, kind of being a numbers person, or Chrissy was kind of on the sales and HR side. So kind of fit some of our skills anyways. But we took all those funds that we had been saving for the last 25, 30 years and turned them into a self-directed IRA. And those are actually how we built our proof of concept. And we're still using those funds. We're still circulating those in our lending lives.
Very nice. So I would imagine throughout your real estate history, doing your own flips and whatnot, you started to meet lots of other flippers or rehabbers or people doing burrs or that sort of thing. Is that how you got your first clientele, or how did you drum up business to get things rolling?
No, it's a great question. That wasn't how we started. It was actually just people we knew through, networking events, RIAs that we already knew. We had some experience with. We'd known them for like months to a year or more and knew quite a bit about their business. So we first started lending with them, and then they began referring those who are doing fix and flips or fix and refis to us. And then it kept snowballing from there. In fact, like this, we've been in business 1 year this month.
Nice.
And thank you so much. And all but one of our deals has been followed referral or someone we know. So, but we're like, our pipeline is it's kind of like, it's not growing exponentially, but it's definitely has the snowball effect with the referral system in place.
Hey there, if you're a capital raiser, a syndicator, or a fund manager, and you're looking for a steady flow of incoming accredited investor leads, then go ahead, grab a free copy of my new book, How to Get 20 Accredited Investor Meetings Every Month Without Cold Calling, Networking, or Chasing People. You can get that at 20accreditedinvestorsbook.com. Again, that's the number 20accreditedinvestorsbook.com.
Okay, so out of your book of business so far, Mike, maybe if you know off the top of your head, what kind of percentage of your business are fix and flippers versus bridge loans for other kinds of things versus burr folks? Where does most of your money get deployed?
Yeah.
So we always, it's basically, I would say it is burr right now. It is more burrs. There are a few true fix and flippers, but it is mostly burrs. And, we led with the idea that there's multiple exit strategies anyway. So any of our burrs could turn into a fix and flip or vice versa. So we do make sure that ahead of time. But yeah, I would say right now in this market, it seems to be doing the burr more. At least our people are doing the burrs or the fix and flips.
Interesting. So Christina, you're kind of the sales side of things, if I understood that correctly. Where do you see things going with the business over the next 12 months? You got 1 year in, now you're poised for your second year. Where are you taking things?
Yeah. So I anticipate that we're going to double this year. So we've started a fund, accepting investors in. So that's going to actually feed our growth. And as Mike said, we're cycling the funds that we already have that continue to grow as well. So we anticipate doing about twice the business this year.
Excellent. So you guys, when you were doing your own deals, were doing about one a month. Now that you're financing other people's deals, more or less, I understand every deal is different, but how many loans do you typically have out at any one time?
I would say probably about, and so it is, it's right. Cause like some of them have go 9 months and the funds are returned in 60 days. So it really depends, but I would say at probably any given time, we're having between 7 to 10 on average this first year.
Yeah. And is that kind of the volume? So you're seeing 3 or 4 deals a month kind of thing? Is that how that kind of plays out? Or
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. So
the plan is to double that.
Yeah, very nice. So Michael, what do you find? How do you guys do due diligence on the properties and the operators? Are you physically going on site? Or you're just kind of check? How does that work? And are these local to you, or are these out of state deals that you're finding?
Yes. A good question. So we do the 4 C's of underwriting, like anyone. The collateral is the most important for our loans. We do check the character of the borrowers. Thankfully, as Chrissy alluded to earlier, most of our borrowers so far have been word of mouth, not all of them. So it does make checking that character a little better. A lot of them, we have a personal relationship already. So that helps. But yeah, we collateral is most important for our loans. We do check it. When we can, we go on site. We do a lot of our loans out of state here. They're not all in Florida. In fact, we do them in Missouri, the Carolinas. So, and we will travel. We're, like Chrissy said earlier, Chrissy actually will more than me. I'm more the back end and office guy, but Chrissy will get out and travel and meet the borrowers and see the places.
And kick the tires and make
exactly kick the tires. But with technology nowadays, you really can do with video walkthroughs and good pictures. You can do a lot remotely. So initially, we will fund most of our loans and approve most of our loans with remote information, and we will get BPOs. We will have somebody, if we're not familiar with a property, we'll find a local real estate broker or real salesperson in an area to go out and check it for us and give us their opinion.
Nice. So I'm going to ask both of these. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dave. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, finish what
I was going to say, I know it's time is of the essence. So we really do, we try to be very, very fast with our approvals, and we can be. So it's important to have that, get on the phone quickly to find those BPO agents that will give you their opinions.
Yeah. Your clients need the cash quickly. That's why they're going to you guys versus the banks, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys the same question, but individually. All right. And we'll start with ladies first, because I'm old fashioned that way. So Christina, you've been doing the private lending business for a year now.
Yes.
During that time, what's been your personal biggest takeaway from this new line of real estate business that you're in?
Takeaway in terms of like my biggest learning, I guess?
Yeah, you're learning, your aha moment, your something you weren't expecting. Just what's kind of been the biggest difference or new thing for you? I say a couple of things I can point to as one. And like Mike and I believe in like hiring people to mentor you. So we hired someone to mentor us that would walk us through all phases of underwriting loans, even though we've underwritten thousands of properties ourselves personally. But to be able to do that and making sure that we're like protecting capital, we're also protecting the borrower and anyone who could potentially invest. We always believe in coaches. So that was a big payoff for us, like to just accelerate our learning curve and therefore our growth. Let's keep you to one just so you don't steal Michael's thunder if the second one is his idea. So Michael, what's been your number one biggest takeaway over the last year?
Yeah, I think it's how much we enjoy creating relationships with the borrowers. It is nice to get to know somebody new, somebody that kind of has a lot of the same passions and interests that we do, and see how they're doing things. It's really nice to see people succeed, and we're really excited when somebody buys a good house. We saw they got a deal, and then they got it for the right price as a flipper or a broker should do, and they do a nice job of rehabbing it. And we like to share their excitement and be their biggest cheerleader and just get to know them. The people that are in this industry are really interesting people and entrepreneurial-minded people who have good energy and just a good way of going through the world. So it's nice to interact with them and get to know them.
Well, plus you guys know firsthand exactly what life's like for those people because you are those people. You were those people in what you were doing before. Very, very cool. So up until now or until recently, you guys have been using a lot of your own funds for lending out. Now you've started a fund to bring in outside investors' capital. How has that been going? And what is it, in a nutshell, that you offer your investors by investing with you guys?
Yeah. So we're actually just started capital raising. Mm-hmm. Because we can see that our SDIRA funds are going to run out, especially if we plan to, double in size this year.
Yeah.
What we offer our investors are, first of all, we offer returns of 9 or 10% with the option of a monthly distribution or monthly compounding options. And also, like, keep in mind that when they invest, it's not that they're investing in a particular real estate deal, one deal. All of their funds are immediately distributed across all the loans in our portfolio. So it's like kind of not just diversified into real estate, but across multiple loans, not just one deal.
Right. Okay.
And in first lien positions, which we are, we're looking first and foremost to like preserve capital. It's great to make money, but it's to preserve capital as well.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. Okay. No, that's exciting. And the goal is to double in size, double in number of loans and clients that you're working with in 2026. Fantastic. What about your existing portfolio? Do you guys still have the portfolio, or are you divesting of that, or what's that looking like?
Yeah, so we have been divesting from our portfolio. And the reason is it's not so much as to free up capital as it is just to narrow our focus. Because we're being all in on lending, and just sometimes we were also self-managing the properties. So just to be able to divest from them helps, but we're keeping a couple of them for now.
Cherry picking. That makes sense. Yeah. All right. And as we're wrapping up the interview, you guys, you're in an interesting situation because you are a husband and wife team, and you're also business partners. So you're in it together 24/7. Literally. A lot of people love that. Some people have challenges with that. It seems like you're making it work. What's the secret to your professional and personal success because you've got them both so entwined?
Yeah, we were both very cognizant of the fact that we were doing this. So we've been very mindful about, when we go out at night and have fun, we're not going to talk about work. We really do try hard to do that. It's actually pretty easy because when we do go out with friends or with each other, we want to have fun and do other stuff. So, and Christina and I did both of our jobs when we were in the corporate world. We both worked from home, so we kind of already did that. So it wasn't too uncommon for us to both be at home and be, she would be in her office, I'd be in my office, but that part wasn't too big of a switch for us. So.
And Christina, it sounds like you guys have each got fairly defined roles. You kind of got your runway. Michael's got his. Does that help as well?
Absolutely. In the beginning, there was a little bit of conflict here and there, a little friction, and it was simply because there were so many things to do, and it was just trying to divvy them up. The great thing is that Mike and I have really complementary skill sets. Like, he comes from the big pharma world where he was monitoring clinical trials and managing like hundreds of thousands of pieces of data.
Wow.
And
analytical.
I'm not that person. I really like engaging with people and being on the front end. I'm kind of a visionary. Mike's innovative. And so we couldn't just work that way. And so it was like, once we started divvying up the tasks and the roles and responsibilities and had those well defined, really it's been a pleasure working together.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it, you guys. Awesome. Well, as we're wrapping things up, if people would like to connect with you and find out more about what you do and what opportunities you have, where's the best place for them to go?
The best place would be our website, which is weemcapital.com, WEEM.
Can I tell you too, Weem? It's a funny name. We hope it's easy to remember, Weem. We were trying to figure out what to name our company. We were searching. We're like, hey, we got married in Scotland in this little funny town called Ween. So we're like, let's call it Ween.
I was going to ask you how they actually come up with that name. I like it. I like the story even better. Christina, Michael, thanks so much for being on the show. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you, Dave. Pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks, Dave. Thank you.
All right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewsyou.com.